I tried to be very attentive to who exhibited the most genuine enthusiasm for history in class. Not just the kids who always did their homework and not the ones who never did, but the ones who seemed to be genuinely interested in the subject.
Well, I thought it was a really fun thing to sort of see, go down into the dark depths of the basement and see all the cool artwork which was down there. I was sort of sad because we didn't get to be there for that long. I could have spent just hours and hours down there looking at everything.
Originally, when we had been looking at the art and figuring out how to lay it out, we looked at it in a more superficial sense, looking at the shapes and the colors. But then we started looking more in depth at the artwork and decided that it would be beneficial for us to go with the emotions that the artwork portrayed, since that's why art is created. So we chose one quote for each category that we arrived at, and we color-coded the word of the category that matched the artwork, and then we also color-coded the bottom of the sculptures to the word in the quote.
At first, we just kind of looked at all the paintings, and these really stood out because they reminded us of Rome and Greece, and especially like the gold colors and kind of like the copper colors really stand out as triumph and kind of like.
Well, when we went for knowledge, we sort of tried to find the pieces with any sort of writing, any sort of nod to learning, knowledge, literature. But it's a quote by Confucius that sort of makes you rethink your look on knowledge. I know a lot of people, when they think knowledge, they think like, how many facts do you know? How many things do you know off the top of your head? But if you don't know something and you know that you don't know it, that is knowledge. It's not knowledge when you pretend to know something that you don't.
The quote was interesting and thought-provoking about what serenity actually is, in that it's not being free of troubles, but being peaceful while you're surrounded by trouble.
We picked that one for sadness and pain because it kind of, it's like a sculpture of a face, and it was like in a painful kind of like screaming way, so we thought it described it well.
Temptation is such a bittersweet section, and there's so many different aspects of it.
I like this because we got to like look so closely at all the pieces and see like in depth like what they all are and like how they made us feel and everything, and it was just really nice to like get to do that.
I realized that there was a lot more work involved, and it wasn't just the art, it was like the light and the surrounding environment with the art.
I just like having the experience of curating a gallery and seeing that it is harder than someone would think. I mean, it's very difficult to collaborate on things, especially with so many people.
But like the end result ended up being a nice in the middle compromise between us all. So it worked out very well. This is all like a great group of kids.
Seeing how much curators have to go through just to get all the artwork in the right place, taking out pieces that won't fit, moving things around, getting coloring schemes.
Coming in and seeing that like wall text and lighting can change the way you think about a piece and almost change the mood. And it's interesting to walk around now and look around the other galleries and see what the curators did to make the art, to change the mood of the room.
I thought the windows made a big difference. It was actually lighter and it helped the whole exhibit, I think.
Definitely the most rewarding part was right when we walked through the door, just the final product, just everything that we've been working on for these past few weeks, and all the artwork just exactly how we planned, and all of our work with the colors and all the coordinating.
People will often ask, how can you work with high schoolers? If you see this group work together, or you look at their exhibit and see what they've accomplished, you'll know the answer to that question.